How's it going, YouTube? This is Slacker Magician. Today I'm going to be talking about the recently announced newest Noble Knight card, a normal spell card called Last Chapter of the Noble Knights. Its effect is basically special summon one Noble Knight from your graveyard and equip it with a Noble Arm from your graveyard. I heard about this new card on Mega Capital G's channel, and he was like, alright, so it's a cool +1 for Noble Knights. That's going to make the deck a little bit better. Maybe it'll be meta one day. And I am here to spread the word that this card is not a +1. It is a +9 to +10, depending on how much attack you want your boss monster to have. But it's basically a +9, because you're not going to want to reduce them by 500 attack points. Anyway, I have nothing on my field just to represent the fact that you could literally be top deck this card and bring yourself more than back into the game. All the setup you need for this card is obviously one Noble Knight in the graveyard and one Noble Arm in the graveyard. But to maximize the potential, I have two Noble Arms in the graveyard, and that's really all you need to make most use out of this card. And obviously Madrout is going to have to be the Noble Knight in the graveyard to pull off this combo, but the whole point of the deck is to get to Madrout as fast as possible, so you probably will have him in grave. And you probably will have more Noble Arms than that also. So we pray to the high gods of Lancelin to top deck the last chapter of the Noble Knights, and what do you know? It's Bouge Incarnation. I'm using Bouge Incarnation as a proxy for this card because it's actually not out on the Dueling Network yet, so just bear with me. Bouge Incarnation is a very similar card to this. But, alright, so we activate last chapter of the Noble Knights, special summoning Madrout from the graveyard, and equipping him with our Feuder. Now, our Feuder's effect is you can reduce the monster equipped with its attack by 500 to destroy one set card your opponent controls. Now, I'll give it the I'll admit that these can't be summon reactive traps, otherwise this play won't go through, so let's just say that this is a Mirror Force in a Dimensional Prison. So we'll activate our Feuder's effect because we don't actually care if Madrout goes down to 1200 attack, because he's just going to be an Xyz material in a second anyway. He's never going to get an attack off nor be attacked. So I actually can't send this card to the graveyard because I just trolled this guy to end up with an empty duel room. So just keep in your mind that this card is currently destroyed. Then we'll use Madrout's effect to special summon Boars from our deck, which will the second part of Madrout's effect is that the card equipped to him is destroyed, and it will be re-equipped to Boars, because that's how all the Noble Arms work. Once per turn, when they're destroyed, you can equip it to one Noble Arm on the field. Now that Boars is equipped with our Feuder, we can use our Feuder's effect a second time and blow up his second trap. So our opponent has gone -2 at this point, so I always count that as a +2 to myself, basically. It's the same thing. Your opponent going -2, you going +2, same thing. So Boars' effect is you can send 2 Noble Arms to your graveyard and add 1 to your hand. It's random, but for the sake of this video, and to save time and just skip the dice roll and everything, let's send Destiny to the grave, send Guinevere to the grave, and just add Caliburn to our hand. Because that's the ideal card to get off of Boars' effect, because we'll equip Caliburn to Madrout, and I actually already used the effect to boost my life points. Caliburn can boost